Imagine that idyllic January period. Christmas and New Year are over, no more bad food in the house, no more crazy work schedule, the kids are back at school, quiet gym so you don't have to wait around for equipment, you feel highly motivated to lose body fat again. Perfect conditions for getting in shape, right? Yeah, no. It ain't happening. And deep down, you really know that. All the things that are stopping you today from getting in phenomenal shape, you're just gonna have them in January too. January isn't a magical month. You don't get double XP running a fat loss phase in January. If anything, the opposite's actually true. Let's break down a typical January. So the first week is spent still on that Christmas New Year break. For 2006, next year, the first Monday of the year is January the 5th. Up until then, you're still on holiday mode. You're still off work. You're nursing the hangover from New Year's Eve, catching up with friends, enjoying the final few days of the holiday before work begins. So we can just write off those first few days. The second week of January is just crazy with work. You've just had a few weeks off. You may have thousands of emails to go through, lots of meetings where you're strategizing the year ahead. You might even have some international travel planned because you haven't seen your customers or clients for a few weeks. The gyms in the second week are also just going to be completely rammed as well because everyone's thinking the same as you. They're all doing the whole new year, new me bullshit. Gym attendance shoots up 200%, and where normally you could just do your normal routine in peace without having to wait for equipment, you're now competing with 5 broccoli-haired teenagers on the bench press who are going to take 90 minutes to do their session on one piece of equipment. Good luck. So yeah, so far the first 2 weeks of January, not great for fat loss. Then when you finally get back into going into a routine in week 3, after that busy first proper week at work, the next couple of weeks are just going to be spent potentially losing the weight you put on over the Christmas period, so that when it comes around to February, you've only just broken even on your pre-Christmas weight. Because let's be honest here, if you're someone who in early October is thinking I'm going to postpone my fat loss phase until January, you're also probably the kind of person to put on 5 kilograms over the Christmas break and New Year. Sorry, not sorry. So given all that, January just doesn't sound that good, does it, for fat loss? Hardly the idyllic fat loss phase that you're imagining right now. So why wait until then? One of the best transformations that I ever got with a client back when I used to work at Ultimate Performance in Mayfair, when I was the top global results producing personal trainer there, started on Christmas Eve, 24th of December. Yep, she locked in from that day. Fast forward 5 months later and she got a great result. Now, am I saying that 24th of December is a great time to start? For most people, no. But luckily, she wasn't celebrating Christmas. She wanted to get in shape there and then, and she made it happen. She didn't let the human created calendar dictate her body composition too much. So is Christmas Eve the best time to start a transformation? Probably not if you have a normal Christmas planned. But then again, if you are really that unhappy with your physique and you want to get moving, you want to see progress, you want to change the way you feel about yourself, then the 24th of December might be a good day to start. As I just said, why let the calendar dictate your body composition? Along with that, how you feel, your self-esteem, your self-confidence. This is all linked. So if you want to get started today, start today. There's that age-old saying, the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The second best time to invest is today. And it's exactly the same with losing body fat and getting in phenomenal shape. Now, at the time of recording this video, it's the 8th of October 2025, meaning that we've got 7 weeks until the start of December. Usually people's Christmas doesn't get started on the first day of December, but let's just use that for the sake of argument. Those 7 weeks we have between now and the start of December could be potentially twice as productive for fat loss compared to a typical January. Yep, twice as productive. We have 7 weeks on one hand, let's say that's 7% body fat dropped, around 1% a week. Then we take a typical 3-week January, given that the first week or 2 is lost due to work and still on holiday. So let's say in that 3 weeks, we lose 3% body fat, 1% a week again. That means this period now could be over twice as productive as that same period in January. Hardly idyllic, is it? But get this, I am having conversations with people this week who are already telling me that now's not the time and they're gonna start in January. Well, newsflash for you, Craig. All the same problems that you have right now that are stopping you from getting in phenomenal shape, you are gonna have them in January as well. Busy work schedule, crappy weather, kids demanding your attention, poor sleep quality, unmotivated to train. Yep, you're gonna have all of these in January as well. In fact, work is even busier, the weather is even worse. Your kids hopefully are still gonna be around and demand your attention. They're not going anywhere. Your sleep is still gonna suck and you're still gonna be unmotivated to train. And even if you do make it to the gym in January, the only piece of equipment available for your 7 p.m. Wednesday session is gonna be the hip abductor machine. It doesn't make any logical sense to postpone your fat loss phase until January. But look, I get it, I really do. It's easier to kick the can down the road. postpone the pain rather than face the music today. And I'll be honest with you, there are things that I know that I should be doing today that I'm just going to postpone to tomorrow or next week because they're difficult and I know they're going to be a pain. I should have washed my dog yesterday, but I didn't. I should have uploaded a second YouTube video last week, but I didn't. I should have done my Spanish homework last night and instead I've got to do it later on. So I'm with you on this. I'm only human and sometimes we just can't help ourselves but just kick the can down the road for things that we know are just difficult or are going to bring us pain in the short term, or things that are just ultimately really difficult to do. But leaving your fitness project until January rarely ends in success. Let me say that again if you missed it. Delaying your start until January rarely works as an effective strategy. Life gets in the way, work gets even busier. The idyllic January that you had hoped that you would get, that you imagined you would get, never materializes. It's the same shit. Work problems, travel plans, kids demanding your attention, family constraints, low motivation, busy gyms, crappy weather, low body confidence. And to top that all off, even if you do grin and bear it through January and tick all the boxes you need to do, if you did have an out of control Christmas and New Year and you didn't control what food and drink goes into your mouth, then all of that hard work that you do in January basically just takes you back to where you are on the 30th of December before the Christmas festivities began. My birthday, by the way, if any of you are wondering. So don't delay your start. Do something today that your January body will thank you for. Like and subscribe, sign up to my daily emails, link in the description, and I'll catch you in the next video.